Here is a pair of Windmere turbo fans. I don't know if I could really call them turbo fans, but they look a lot like the Duracraft turbo fans. I mean, a lot like them. I picked these up at Goodwill today, and they were not in the electronics aisle where I would normally find the fans. They were in the seasonal aisle with the summer stuff, and a lot of the summer stuff is like still new in package stuff, and like fruit bowls and pitchers and squirt guns and stuff like that. And these two fans were up on the shelf, so I thought that they were new fans. I thought, oh, they must have came out with some new generic knockoff chill out fan or something. So I grabbed one of them and didn't even really look at it too close. And I'm walking around with it, and then I realized that the fan I was walking around with was kind of dirty. So I flip it over and I'm taking a closer look at it, and then I notice the Windmere logo on it. And then I flipped it over again and I saw the date on it was 10/97 on the UL sticker, or like June 98 I think on the other sticker. So I turned around, went back, and I grabbed the other fan because I think they have the same, yeah, same date codes and everything. So I'm assuming that these were purchased new together and they were donated together, and so who am I to split them up now? I went back and grabbed the other one, and what I ended up doing was cleaning and servicing one of the fans, and then I left the other one alone just as I found it at Goodwill. So instead of doing like a before and after cleaning video, I figured I'd just do it that way because they both ran pretty much the same, not much of a difference. So we'll look at the dirty fan first, and which really isn't dirty. I mean, it fooled me into thinking it was a new fan until you turn it around, and then you can see some of the dirt and stuff on the back guard and on the blade. But then another issue is surface rust on the stator in there, which cleaned up okay on the other fan. I mean, it didn't all go away, but you got the chunky stuff out of it. It's still a little discolored, but it'll work. I don't like it, but it'll work. So let's look at the model information. I've never seen these fans before. I didn't know they existed, but what else is new? So it is, you can't make this up, model WTF-7. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, date code June 98. It looks like UL sticker is October 97. Made in China. Draws 48 watts, and it passed the QC. There's another sticker on the motor. Let's see if I can show you. It's a Polar Ray model WTF. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Model WTF. Exactly what WTF is this fan? Designed by Focus TC, patent pending. I wonder how that worked out. Probably not too well, being that these are the only ones like this I've ever seen. I've got them both plugged in. This is obviously the dirty one. This is the cleaner one. This is the plug, polarized plug. It says Fino on the plug, which I think is the same brand that was on the plug for the Menards desk fans from a few days ago. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, except those were not polarized plugs. So we'll go ahead and run this one now. I do have a Duracraft fan sitting around over here. I was gonna put it up here just to look at the side by side. So, quick comparison. Looks a lot like the Duracraft fan, but you can see the differences. The speed selector switch is different, and I actually kind of prefer this one because you can actually grip it. This one, I have a hard time with them sometimes, depending on the surface. Like this surface kind of catches the fan a little bit, but on a smoother surface you go to do this and you end up pushing the fan back, just trying to turn the thing. The Windmere sits a little higher, looks like, just barely. I do kind of like this back leg on the Windmere fan. I kind of prefer that over this, whatever this is supposed to be. I think this makes more sense, but the blade and everything is comparable. I think there's more pitch on this blade, it looks like. Can't really see it too well. It also sits closer, like the Duracraft blade sits way towards the back, and the blade on this one is further towards the front. But the blade pulls off anyway. I mean, it's a slip-on blade. Let's see what the draw is on this. 0.74 amps. Well, you guys can convert it. So there are some differences, I guess, but it looks similar enough. You guys ever seen one of these fans? Know anything about them? Opinions? I've never seen them. We'll start it on low. Again, this is the one that has not been serviced yet, and the bearings are dry, so I don't want to run it too much. It's low. It's also a 3-speed fan. The Duracraft is a 2-speed. So you get the hint there. Bearings need servicing. I think the Duracraft is a 2-speed fan anyway. Yeah, high and low. So the Windmere is 3-speed. Okay, and this is the clean one. Turned out pretty good. It's basically the same except clean. And we'll go ahead and start this one on low. There was kind of a noise, like a rubbing noise. I think it's the rotor, maybe. It comes and goes. Sometimes it makes the noise. I've ran the fan a few times, you know, just turning it off and turning it on. Sometimes it makes the rotor noise, sometimes it doesn't, but I think it's the rotor lightly rubbing on the inside of the stator. I can't really know for sure, but it's kind of like that noise, but very subtle by comparison. So we'll see if it does it here. It should run a lot better regardless. Here's a low. And I don't hear it, so that's good. Maybe a little bit. Can't really make it out, so that's good. I kind of prefer the Duracraft fan over this, just as far as styling goes. I just like the look of it a little better, but this is a pretty decent fan. Its air movement is comparable, and I think it has a pretty good range of speeds. I think this has a better low speed than the Duracraft turbo fan. It's a little quieter, a little more mellow. So we'll go to speed 2 now. Again, it's still pretty quiet, and it moves good air. So we'll go to high now. So in high speed, we're in like the low 800s. Oh, there's that noise now. Now it decides to do it. Yeah, so from low to high, it goes from mid 700s, I think the battery just died, to low 800s feet per minute. And not much of a spin down there, but the Duracraft fans don't have much of a spin down either. Well, there you have it. 2 more oddball, weirdo fans I've never seen before. Windmere 3-speed. I'm just going to call them turbo fans. Thank you for watching.